Well, good morning, everyone. I'm Keeney Knudsen. I'm the Director of Street Transportation Department for the City of Phoenix. I wanted to thank you for all being here, and I wanted to welcome you all to this event this morning. It's a real great opportunity to be able to celebrate a project that's been years in the making. This is the 3rd and 5th Avenue Street Improvement Project, which has a lot of great features and amenities that are different from what you would normally see in the downtown area and a lot of our street projects. So we're really proud of it, we're really excited about it, but we're also really happy to have everybody here to be able to celebrate with us. This, as I mentioned, this kind of project dates back to about 2016 and probably a little bit before that, where we were talking with the community here in the community about what they wanted to see different in the downtown area as this downtown has significantly changed and evolved, and what it's done and grown. We've seen a lot of development going on, and we know we have a lot of visitors in the downtown area. So what do we do to be able to make this a more attractive place to get in and around for all people, not just vehicles, but bicyclists, pedestrians, and this project is an example of that. I wanted to recognize a few of the great partners and folks who've been involved in this project over the last number of years. First, I'd like to recognize our department staff. I know them. If you could raise your hands, they've been very busy on this project over the last 4 or 5 years, 6 or 8 years. It's gone on for a while. They've stayed to it, and it's not just our construction management folks. It's our signing and striping folks. They've been. I joked when this was changing a few weeks ago, that we had our entire signing and striping crew in the entire city of Phoenix working on this corridor. It was a very busy corridor, but we had folks across our entire department working on this project. I also wanted to just thank our folks in the industry, design and construction industry. Aztec Design, we have a representative from Aztec here who helped design this project and make it a reality. And then Talus Construction on 3rd Avenue, and then Sunland on 5th Avenue help make this project a reality and bring it through all the difficult times dealing with working around all the development, all the things that are going on downtown. They did a fantastic job to deliver this project. And I also just wanted to thank our community, and we'll get into a little bit more of that, the community members who are involved in this and making this a reality. But without further ado, I wanted to bring up a great champion of these types of projects. She's been a great supporter and pushing us to do some great things in her short time on council so far, and we got more in store. And I want to bring up to the podium Councilwoman Yasmin Ansari. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Yasmin Ansari. I'm the Phoenix City Councilwoman representing District 7. So excited to be here with all of you today to celebrate this project that, as Keeney said, has been in the works since 2016. This celebration was actually supposed to happen a little bit earlier this year, but a car accidentally hit one of the buffers in the bike lane. So that just goes to show all of the future education that we have to do for all community members when we have projects like this coming about. But it's very important, as everyone here knows, for the city to continue to look at safety and micromobility issues. For those who may not have kept up, the city actually just passed its climate action plan. So it's exactly projects like this that are so critical to making sure that we make it easier for folks to be able to walk, bike, not drive, and reduce the cars on the road. That's the only way we're going to meet any of our climate and sustainability goals in the city of Phoenix. So this project is a prime example of that evolving process, and a very, very special one. It is the city's first two-way protected bike lane. It added improved and safer bicycle and pedestrian infrastructure. We also added some traffic circulation around downtown by converting section of both roadways from one-way to two-way traffic, and not to mention the improved shade structures and landscaping that came along with it. So I can say also that from my very short time in office, what we've learned is that no project in a community is truly successful without true and genuine public input processes and involvement from community members. So I just want to take the time to recognize some of the folks here today. And there's a lot of you, so I apologize if I miss anyone. But I know Bill Scheel has been involved, a dedicated Roosevelt neighborhood leader who was involved from the early days. Devney and RJ and the entire Downtown Phoenix Inc. team, they are involved in pretty much everything with downtown, and they played a critical role in this project as well. I also want to give a special shout out to RJ and the ambassador with Downtown Phoenix who did bike to this event today. Special shout out to Corey, Caitlin, and Kyle from the Urban Phoenix Project. Sarah Anderson and Danny Upshaw, who are local Phoenix bicyclists. And we have representatives here from Phoenix Spokespeople, Phoenix Community Alliance, Downtown Voices Coalition, Roosevelt Action Association, This Could Be Phoenix, and so many others. We really do need all of your continued help if we want to continue building a safer, more transit-oriented city. Some unfortunate news and some of the statistics that I think are important to remember as we continue this work. We know that Arizona had the 4th highest pedestrian fatality rate in the entire United States in 2018. That's the most recent data that's available, and that's according to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. Between 2014 and 2019, 1,202 pedestrians have died in the city of Phoenix from vehicle collisions. This year, one fatality that hits very close to home that has, I think, revived the urgency for all of us to do this work, the death of Hans, a downtown Phoenix ambassador. So while we're celebrating a critical first today, I do want to emphasize that this is very much the beginning. We're not stopping here. The city is looking at improving bicycle infrastructure on the other side of downtown along Fillmore Street between Canal and 7th Street, a priority that we have been fast-tracking since Hans's death. A public process for that project will start next week on December 14th, and a survey is available now. So I highly encourage all of you to please spread the word and take part in that process. Our city, and I especially, are committed to doing everything we can to reverse these alarming trends. We're growing faster than ever before, and it's very, very critical to make sure that we are thoughtful in our transit choices, and they should not take a back seat. So with that, a final thank you to everyone who was involved, city staff, departments, architects, engineers, construction workers, and the community. Thank you for being here today. Congratulations, and we'll get back to work. And I'll now turn it back to Keeney. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Whoops. You weren't supposed to see that yet. No, seriously, I wanted to thank Councilwoman again for her support, not just being an advocate for the downtown community, but also for safety on our roadways. And I would be remiss without mentioning that we are in the midst of a development of a roadway safety action plan to take care of not just downtown area, but across our entire city to address the trend of fatalities and serious injuries on our roadways. I would encourage each and every one of you to be able to be involved in that, engaged in that process. There's opportunities to be able to do that. So that's kind of looking ahead on how we're working to address some of those things. One of the other great pieces of news that we're working on is this great two-way protected bike lane that we've seen next to us here, which is our first for us in the city of Phoenix. We are working on the design of the continuation of this bicycle facility north of here. And this 3rd Avenue Sonoran bikeway that we have here this is part of, we're looking to be able to extend that. So I hope we have some good news in the coming months to be able to share related to that, but we are in the midst of finalizing our design work on that project, and we will be having meetings on that as well. But without further ado, I did want to, again, thank everybody for coming here today, and this would not be complete without what I just dropped earlier, is the ceremonial ribbon cutting. So because this was such a community-driven event and project, the fact of us being able to bring the community out here to be able to celebrate like this is part and parcel of what we'd like to do here. So I would invite everybody to participate in our ceremonial ribbon cutting to really open up this project and to really celebrate the completion of some great work. So thank you again for attending.
There we go.
I think it's great. It's kind of nice to have a designated area for cyclists because, I mean, I ride my bike all the time, but it's kind of nice to have like a central area where I'll see other friends riding bikes.
I really got into biking because of Danny through the pandemic, and learning to kind of use biking as a mode of transportation kind of just changed my health.
I'm always around downtown, going to restaurants or events, and I like to go by bike just because I just enjoyed seeing the city from a different perspective other than stuck in a car. I'm in a car driving to work all the time, so it's kind of nice to get some fresh air and ride a bike.